Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal, man? Trap Money. We back on the Trap Money show, man. We got another story time for you goofy ass niggas out there, man. So I was online, you know what I'm saying, on IG and all that shit, and had a little mad ass fucking goofy hater all up in my fucking grill in the group chat. Now this mad ass goofy is named Miss Maddie. You know what I'm saying? Miss Maddie from the South. You feel me? She's mad. She's so mad because I won't go on a date with her. And she got her goofy ass on here trying to start some old random ass shit with me talking about, oh, you better stop saying that you run ballers. Boo. You little goofy. I never said I run fucking ballers. Nobody run your lame ass crew. I said I'm the king of ballers, dumbass. Get it straight. But since you want to talk shit, since you want to talk some shit, Miss Maddie, what you need to know is no, I don't run your fucking crew, but guess who made your crew? Uh, dumbass. That's why I'm the king of fucking ballers. I made your fucking crew, you fucking goofy. Now I'm gonna tell y'all the story that she said I was lying. All right, for sure. I'm gonna tell y'all the story of 2021 when I created South Rancho Ballers. Now, first of all right, the original South Rancho Ballers was made like I don't maybe like 2015, right? And it was made by the homie Audio Crack. You know what I'm saying? Audio Crack was in Cabs, you feel me? Audio Crack and Jones. I'm not sure which one of them actually made it, but it was like they thing that they had going on, right? I don't know if Jones got too deep into that, but I know Jones was like definitely like uh real instrumental in South Rancho Ballers, right? And this is just some years ago, you feel me? So a lot of people might not remember it, you know what I'm saying? But they had it for a minute and then they kind of like dropped it, you feel me? I guess they just went through the cab shit, you know what I'm saying? And we had a lot of politicking going on back then, you know what I'm saying? We was doing a lot. So I really don't know 100% why they decided not to run with it no more. So it was just on the shelf for a long time, you feel me? Now, in 2021, you know, people act like I used to be some type of dictator and all that type of shit. You know, when front yard was real deep and we had all this motion going on in the streets, right? We was like the number one baller set. We was getting recognition and attention from everybody at that time. It was a crazy year. One of these days, I'm gonna tell a whole story. It's just 2021 story. I'm gonna try not to tell too much of it right now because South Rancho had a lot to do with it. But anyway, we used to have meetings every Saturday, right? So we had meetings every Saturday. One Saturday, that's when we was on the yacht. You know what I'm saying we used to switch the location up every week. You know what I'm saying? So we was on the yacht. I remember. I got a real good memory, y'all. That's what y'all learn from hearing these stories. So one day we all on the yacht, we having a meeting, right? Uh Luger was there. So Luger was there. I know what's that goofy ass nigga name? That nigga Laylo, uh Lady Green Eyes, you feel me? He was sitting there talking about how he never seen Luger. Luger is a real person, bro. Luger was from Front Yard and all that shit. He might still be in Front Yard. I really don't know. But Luger was there, and I had already made South Rancho Ball of Tags. You feel me? I had made it already just to have that crew officially in a 1527 card. Like I said, 1527 is a card. You feel me? So I had South Rancho, you know, made already. You feel me? Had a few different crews made already of the original Ball of Sets. You feel me? Now, South Rancho was really the only one that nobody ever really did nothing with because Audio Crack, you know, stopped pushing it. Jones stopped pushing it. Audio Crack stopped pushing it a long time ago. Jones at the time was running the East Side Baller crew. You know what I'm saying? So Eastside J, got that shit from us too. You feel me? We can talk about that too, but y'all don't want to go there. You know, these crews that be over here talking all this shit be the main fucking crews that who made y'all tags, bro. All right. So I remember so anyway, we'll get into that later. We'll do the east side shit later, you feel me? But South Rancho, right? I had this shit already made. We was in the, we was in a meeting, and I was telling the homies in 1527 about the card. You feel me? Now, maybe I shouldn't have did this, and still to this day, I kind of regret even doing this by telling them about a card, having an alliance going on, and trying to make them bosses. I should have just kept everybody in front yard and just said, "Fuck it, we just front yard." You feel me? Kept having meetings about some front yard shit, but no, I was trying to expand. You know what I'm saying? I was always trying to expand. I was always trying to get this shit more active than what it was. You feel me? I was always trying to touch all the bases that we could in the baller culture. You feel me? Whole another reason why I'm the king of ball. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying that. I know y'all get mad, like Miss Maddie. Y'all get mad when I say that. Kiss my ass. Anyway, so I told all the homies, look, we're gonna have a South Rancho ballers. I'm gonna get a crew to one of y'all, whatever, right? And then Luger was saying, "Oh yeah, let me run the crew." I knew about Luger or whatever, so I knew Luger. You know what I'm saying? Probably could hold it down. I knew Luger was around for a minute, so I'm like, all right, for sure. I was to give South Rancho to Luger. Luger had a homie named Florida Boy Davis. I didn't really know Florida Boy Davis. He was Ruger's little recruit. He was with us for a short amount of time. You know what I'm saying? He was always just cool and respectful, just wanted to be around and all this type of shit like that. Nigga never was a standout. He never did nothing to kind of to to rock the boat and shit. You feel me? He was just trying to be smooth and low key. Never said nothing during the meetings. None of that. You feel me? He was a low key dude. I didn't really know this dude like that. He was just there. You feel me? One of the dudes that was around. I really gave the crew to Luger. But Florida Boy Davis was like, "Oh, I'm helping him run it." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, for sure." Florida Boy Davis, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's what's up. Next thing you know, we had another meeting the next week or some shit like that, and I noticed that Luger ain't really popping back up no more. You feel me? So I don't know what's going on. I don't know where Luger at. Florida Boy Davis was like, "Oh well, he ain't here right now, so I'm gonna just run the crew, whatever." You feel me? So I'm like, all right, Florida Boy Davis. So maybe like a week later after that, Florida Boy Davis changed his name to Old Head, right? So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's a weird name, but all right, for sure. Now Old Head is running South Rancho Ballers, right? First it was like cool, it was like good, man. We got South Rancho Ballers finally up and running. You feel me? I made them tags like months or maybe a year before that shit. You feel me? I just had it sitting on the shelf for a long ass time. You feel me? But I went to my emblem connect. You feel me? I got an emblem put on it. You know what I'm saying? And all that type of shit, everything. You feel me? I looked out for them niggas. I remember it was even a hard ass emblem too. The emblem was sick, bro. But I guess they wasn't fucking with it or something like that. They was on some weird shit. So they got Jay to make him another emblem. Jay goofy ass. We had just gave him East Side, so he started doing emblems and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't want to get too much into Jay because that'll be talking. I'm gonna talk about that in the 2001 story. Anyway, uh, what Old Head started doing, you feel me, is they started getting real active. You feel me, on South Rancho. He got real excited. You know what I'm saying? Way more excited than I was, to run a baller crew. It was his first baller crew he ever ran. He was excited, you know what I'm saying? By that point, I had been doing this shit for so many fucking years, bro. It was probably like 2013. It's probably like 8 years by that point. I've been running baller gangs and all that shit, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? This wasn't nothing new to me. You feel me? He was way more hype about it. So, that's what dudes do most of the time. When they first become ballers and they get their first baller set, they be doing all kind of shit. So he was recruiting. He was on it, bro. I had other shit to do. You know what I'm saying? I was going to the gym every day. I still do that, but back then I was going like 3 hours a day and shit. You feel me? I couldn't be on the game all the fucking time with these niggas. I just made sure I came in on Saturday so we can all touch bases and get everything, you know what I'm saying? Keep everything organized. You feel me? But I still get on shit. I was on a lot. I mean, I just wasn't finna trade my soul for this game like certain people are. When certain people do that, they get too full of themselves, bro. And it's like, bro, you have not stood the test of time yet, homie. You can't be acting like that. It's no big fucking deal to me. Everybody be having a time in their life like that, bro. It's no like relax. homie started to recruit people from front yard. You feel me? And that's what the fuck started getting on my fucking nerves. Like people would start switching their tag from front yard to SRB. You know what I'm saying? He came in with his little homie Rue, who I called a Gerber baby because he talked like a little fucking baby, little boy. And his homie Chapo was a big time fucking hater. You know what I'm saying? Then this girl named Kitty came along through somebody else that they knew or whatever. And Kitty was a big time hater on Jones. You feel me? Kitty was always hating on Jones and shit. And that was a big issue or whatever. So it was started to be a bunch of bullshit. I came into a meeting one time and Kitty was sitting there talking about, how come he could just sit there and dictate to you guys? And when she started saying shit like that, they all started like feeling like insecure and shit. You feel me? Like, damn, Trapmoney just run y'all. So that's basically what she was saying. Like, damn, Trapmoney just run y'all niggas. You know, all you gotta do is pop in on a Saturday and tell y'all niggas, give y'all niggas direction. Y'all niggas just listen to this nigga. So these little bitch ass niggas started hearing that, getting their little feelings hurt because this girl is telling them that. And basically, she was trying to turn everybody against me. You feel me? I'm not really. She was just saying what she was saying, and they decided to turn against me. So anyway, it was a big fallout over her coming at Jones sideways and people taking her spot. I mean, her side of the shit. So I had to, you know what I'm saying, let these niggas know they need to chill the fuck out with that shit. Now, you feel me, was running cabs at the time. I gave E cabs at that time. You understand what I'm saying? So E was running cabs at that time. And what E was doing was he was taking his ass over to PC. He loved him some fucking PC, bruh. He was in love with PC. Wasn't doing shit over there. But he keep telling everybody in the meetings, everybody needs to come to PC. Started getting people to leave console. So he got Florida Boy Davis, aka Old Head, to go and leave console and go to PC. Now we was having the meetings after that. People was not showing up. And I'm sitting there with Balla, and I'm sitting there with your members, and you're not showing up, old head. And E's not showing up. What the fuck is going on with these dudes, man? These dudes is not showing up for the meetings now. You know what I'm saying? I give y'all tags, and you got a bunch of your members here. You taking members from front yard, and you sitting your ass here and not even showing up for the meetings because y'all on PC. You feel me? Doing whatever y'all doing on PC, so you know y'all missing the meetings. So this is what I said at the fucking meeting. Like, yeah, these dudes is bullshitting, bro. They need to come to the meetings and they need to, you know what I'm saying, tap in with the team. We all know that we come here on Saturdays. We do this every Saturday. I don't know why they're not here. You feel me? That's not cool. We gotta talk to them. So I don't know who it was, Balla. Somebody went over to Old Head, telling Old Head, oh yeah, Trapmoney was saying that you ain't showing up for the meetings, blah, blah, blah. Old Head got all in his feelings and went on my Instagram in my inbox and wrote me this long ass fucking message, bro. He was all in his feels, bro. I feel like he was crying when he wrote that shit. That shit was so fucking long. It was like a long ass 4-page fucking letter. This nigga is a weirdo, I'm thinking to myself. But at the time is when I was going off on everybody for beefing with Jones over Kitty. So this happened like the same fucking day. Jay started jumping in that shit. And I was just like, bro, there's so much shit going on. I'm going off on them. You know what I'm saying? We in the crew chat. And I'm just going back and forth, going back and forth. So while I'm doing this, I'm seeing Old Head's long ass letter with him crying and shit, asking me, why did you mention me in the meeting? I didn't even do anything to you. What's wrong with you? Acting like a little bitch. So I didn't even read that shit for her. I just looked at it and I said, man, fuck that. This dude over here crying, you feel me? So I didn't even really respond to that shit, but I knew he was mad, bro. That message was so long, bro. I was like, this dude is in his feelings. So crybaby ass. So long story short, we all had ended up falling out over all that shit that was happening at that time. Here's one thing I learned in that lesson, right? It's hard to run a big ass crew. When your crew is big as fuck, like big as fuck, it's tough running that shit. You feel me? Because you got all these personalities and they all fight. They all like to fight each other, bro. There's people are gonna start fighting, bro, and then people are gonna start taking sides. You feel me? So you're gonna have to deal with bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? When you run a big ass crew, and when you start delegating and telling people, y'all be in this crew, y'all be in that crew, you're going to open up the door for people to want to backstab you and take your spot and all of that type of shit. So all you niggas out there want to make your own crew, just understand shit like that is definitely going to happen if your crew is successful. all you people out there, you know what I'm saying, that make fake ass baller sets that like to hate on Trap Money, you wouldn't know about that because you only could get 3 members, yo hoe ass nigga, or you in that crew by your fucking self. Y'all niggas know what I'm talking about. But if you do end up having a big crew, just know what's gonna happen, bro. At the end of the day, you're gonna end up running into a goofy ass nigga like Florida Boy Davis, who's gonna sit his ass there and try to take your members, and they're gonna try to start drama because they're jealous that you got this shit on smash, bro. You got this shit on lock. You have the vision, you know what I'm saying? And people want the vision. They ain't got no vision. What ended up happening was South Rancho Ballers ended up turning into just one of them fucking game head ass crews, bro. We all know what that shit turned into. What it is now. They some lames, you know what I'm saying? They fight anybody. They don't go by the rules that we had set in the beginning. No more. Now you got Miss Maddie pretty much running a crew. You know what I'm saying? Running a whole set, pretty much. And she wanna get in my like, little girl, go start your own fucking crew. Why are you in this goofy ass nigga's crew anyways? Getting all upset about what I say about this hoe ass nigga and y'all hoe ass crew. Fuck y'all. Nobody give a shit about y'all. Like I said, I made y'all tax. Ain't nobody gotta lie about that shit. Now old head wanna sit his ass around talking about, well, you didn't make my tax. His ass went over there and made a whole new South Rancho Baller. Gonna call that shit Southside Rancho Baller. Bro, that's the same fucking crew I made. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. It don't matter if you try to go change the tag real quick. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Trap Money started the South Rancho Ballers. I am your founder. Now, as long as you want to make a South Rancho, I am your founder. Just accept it. Get it through your thick ass skull. The shit will never change. I started that, nigga. So, yeah, man. That's all I'm gonna say right now about South Rancho. I might bring them back up, but I got the pictures. I got all that of old head when he was from Front Yard. You feel me? A lot of people in this game was from Front Yard. But what happened was I made people crews and I gave people crews and it split off. So they be running around now talking about how they can't stand Trap Money, whoop whoop whoop. But all right, well, give your fucking crew back, nigga. Get a name back. You know what I'm saying? That's multiple people. I'll come back and talk about East Side Ballers next. If that's what y'all want, bro. But don't be getting it twisted. This is another big reason. I told you in the last episode there's a big reason, but this is another big reason why I say that King of Baller shit. Now I'm not gonna keep doing that. Tell y'all I'm not gonna keep doing that. But if y'all wanna keep playing with me, Miss Maddie, blame Miss Maddie, bro. Her little mad ass. No, no, Miss Maddie. I'm not going on a date with you, okay? I told you, no. You're my granddaughter. Old head is my son, and that makes you my granddaughter, little goofy ass.
1527. Baller. 1527.